Once upon a time there was a boy who was called Chili because, when he spoke, he was screaming in an unbearable voice. Chili was very self-conscious about it, so he did not usually open his mouth. Over time Chili stopped talking, which was a break for his friends and neighbors. Chili communicated with sign language and so did not bother anyone or anyone was laughing at him. One day a new girl arrived in the city. At school everyone wanted to be with her. They said the daughter of a great foreign prince and had taken her there to hide her from his enemies. Everyone had many questions to ask the new girl. What is your name? How old are you? Where is your country? Do you like candy? Would you like to come and play with us this afternoon? But the girl did not answer. He just smiled and that was it. All children began to think that they did not understand their language, so they investigated how to ask those same questions in dozens of different languages. But nothing. The child had been watching the mute boy who was always behind, who was none other than Chili. Taking advantage of a moment that left her alone, the girl approached to Chili and waved to him. Chili smiled and waved back. The little girl escaped a little sharp laugh that did not go unnoticed. Everyone thought it was Chili. Some laughed at him while others scolded him for frightening the child. The girl, who did not know Chili, fled from there, very frightened, thinking that they wanted to do something wrong. He had fled his country precisely because of that. The days passed and the girl did not appear. The girl's father returned, alerted by the disappearance of his daughter, and put all the resources that had within its reach to find it. I lost her once, I cannot lose her again, said the girl's father. Explain yourself, the police chief asked. The girl has a special voice, a very loud and shrill voice that is very annoying, said the father. Once he hid because someone wanted to steal his throat. I guess he thought this time it would be the same. That is not true, said the chief of police. No one here has heard his daughter. The only one that emits a sound as unpleasant as it indicates is Chili. Is not that the boy who was with her the last time they saw her? Asked the father. Bring Chili, shouted the chief of police. When the boy arrived, the police chief told him the story and then asked him. What do you know, Chili? And for what you want, do not scream. The story of Chili, that of Pitohili's voice, explained with sign language what had happened. It was all a misunderstanding, said the priest. What are we going to do now? Chili had an idea. He asked everyone to cover their ears and, with his piercing voice, called the girl. Quiet, it's all right, Chili shouted. No one here is going to steal your voice. They laughed at me. In a few minutes the girl appeared. Everyone breathed easy. Since that day, Chili and Chilia, who so called her, were great friends. Both. They agreed not to speak in the presence of the other children so as not to disturb them to see each afternoon in a secluded place so they could chat and play. Over time, Chili and Chilia became the most effective defenders of the law, because with only one voice they could stun any crook they encountered. In the end there is always some way to turn into virtue what once seemed a defect.